So when I graduated vet school in 2007, there were 8 to 10 of us who were going into equine practice, and we went out into jobs and internships, and we would reconnect at convention, and we would text each other, and these were the days before Facebook groups. And over time, especially after I left my residency, left academia, and that group was gone, I just sort of found myself completely alone. It was just really tough to have lost that sense of community. They were all gone.
Many of us experience a loss of community as our practice and personal lives change. Many of our stories include chapters of isolation and loss of social connection. Many of us feel alone, even among the bustle of our daily lives. These are not just feelings. 50% of U.S. adults report experiencing loneliness. Our nation's chief physician, Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy, explains how loneliness is insidious, gradual and subtle, but with harmful effects.
Research shows that loneliness and isolation are associated with a greater risk of heart disease, dementia, stroke, depression, anxiety, and premature death. In fact, lacking connection can increase the risk of premature death to levels comparable to smoking daily.
Isolation and loneliness are present from the referral hospital to the cab of the solo practitioner. It affects all workplaces. The good news is a practice that champions a culture of connection will experience increased productivity and creativity in the workplace and greater civic engagement in the community. No matter the type or size of your equine practice, you can strengthen connection and community in your daily practice life.
Fun in the office is a really important part of our culture. It seems fun to kind of make a plan to have fun. Also just kind of allow people to be themselves in the office. I really feel strongly that the time that they spend interacting with each other and forming relationships goes a long way to being a more cohesive unit and a more efficient team. Allowing for that time for everybody to form these bonds is really helpful in the long run.
When we hire a team member, we really recognize that they have a life outside of our practice. So we have a lot of events that their families can attend. We do a 3-day camp out where we close the clinic and we all go camping together. That's spouses, parents have come of some of our technicians, kids are all playing together. This community is built incorporating the families together, recognizing their sacrifice and what they give to have their family member come to work for us.
Community can start at a very local level. Relationships I've developed literally over the decades with my colleagues have been invaluable to me. I'm retired now, and I remain in touch frequently with them. Those are all relationships that persist, and if anything, have grown stronger since my retirement, and I have the AAEP to thank for that.
When I went out on my own in 2020, things looked differently as a solo practitioner. And so I started building other relationships outside of the ones I already had. And luckily, Bill was one of those that I got to build a relationship with.
It was very organic how it started because initially I didn't know Ashley. And then most of the time we talk, it's on the phone. And then, through subsequent conversations, you begin to develop this level of trust and kind of mutual respect.
There are people out there that want to help others. They want to look at your cases and give you some different ideas. They want to make those connections. I think as people, we all want a personal connection with someone else. And even if it's in a workplace, we need and thrive off of those connections.
That is what really enriches our profession. I don't think that any of us really thrive working in a vacuum. I think there's always something to gain and to continue looking for that sense that you desire it,
People want to connect with other people. And so when you start reaching out, people start reaching back. And it just opened my eyes to the fact that I don't have to be isolated. I don't have to be alone. I can have people in my community who support me and tell me everything will be okay when I have a bad day. So I really wanted to be able to build a community of like-minded practitioners in the area, we started just inviting more and more local veterinarians, like, come on, join the party. And so we now have a group of probably 15 veterinarians that will meet several times a year to kind of talk about our practices and how we're doing and support one another. Even though we're all running a million different directions, it's something that everybody tries to make time for. I don't think when I was an associate veterinarian that I realized what was missing from my practice life was connection to other veterinarians in the community.
We all, as horse doctors, have a lot in common. There's no reason to go it alone, so don't.